We're holding on the Parakeh, first column. He says, what's the root of gaiva? The root of arrogance and inflated ego is wealth. So if his behavior is dictated because of that, what does Hashem do? He deflates him. How does he deflate him? Deflate the person, he takes his wealth. Therefore, these people have these four characteristics. It's the same Yordan Letimion. Their possessions, they go into the oblivion, totally destroyed. He says, V'gasa ruach keneged kulam. But the person who's arrogant and totally haughty, self-absorbed, it's the equivalent of the first three. V'zeki oshem v'gasa ruach. The cause of arrogance, haughtiness is wealth. Kiritziv, hisham lecho. Quotes the pasuk, Botim tovim tivneh. When you come to Herzl, you build these quality houses. Kesev zov yirbeloch. V'chol asher yirbeh v'ram levavcha. After you become empowered, v'ram levavcha. Your heart will be uplifted. Ki ha'gaiva v'agasus ha'ishu ha'gorim. What causes gaiva? Arrogance and inflated spirit. It's wealth. Like people, they brag. The amount of real estate tax I pay, it's more than you earn in a year. You know, this is something to pride themselves with. You know, they don't lose their money. It's a payoff. If they misbehave and despite that they don't lose it, that's the payoff. If Hashem loves you, you will lose your money. Doesn't love you, he's throwing you to dogs. Harei oni kishmo. What is oni? What is a poor man? We find before Arbe, Moshe Rabbeinu says to Paro, Amosai me'anto le'onos miponai. Right? To what point are you going to refuse to submit to me? So Rashi says, le'onos miloshen oni. A poor man submits. Why does he submit? Because he's humbled. Because he's in an afflicted state. He doesn't have much to show. He has nothing. So Paro, after what you've been through, after what you've seen, when are you going to submit? So it's onis. He says, he takes his wealth and becomes an onis. He says, shuloshen nichna legamri. He becomes subdued. Loshen le'onis miponai. Quotes the pasuk. Valzeh oma gasa ruach keneged kulam. He says, why? Ki kovshi schar socher avgav shederech hashirim lios oiv momon. A person's wealthy. He loves his money. He doesn't want to part with his money. It's not something which is continuous. It doesn't manifest in something. He loves his money. You don't want to part with it. So you have to pay a wage. You delay paying the wage. You may sometimes even withhold the wage, not pay it all. But a person who's self-absorbed, every aspect of his being is dictated as a result of his arrogance. Everything. That's why he deserves to lose it all. Only then will he be humbled. Will he submit? Once told over a story, I don't know if you remember. The Alta of the Vardik, you've heard of him. His name is Rav Yosef Horowitz. Yosef Horowitz. So he himself was a financial genius. And he was a young man between Russia and Lithuania. He had a network of hardware stores. It was the hardware business, whatever you want to call it. He had 60 hardware stores throughout Russia and Lithuania. And he was a tremendous Talmud Chacham. Tremendous Talmud Chacham. He was but despite that, he was a very successful businessman. He meets Rabbi Yisrael Salanter. When he was a young man, Rabbi Yisrael Salanter was older than he was. So when two Jews meet, what do they say? They speak Yiddish. Was macht der Yid? Was macht der Yid? He said, Baruch Shem macht der Leben. Says he's making a living. So Rabbi Yisrael says, and was mit der Starben? You're making a living. What about your death? You're preparing for that. The moment he said that, he decided he's selling off all his hardware stores, and he's going to open a yeshiva. That was the beginning of the Vardik. He had a main yeshiva in Bialystok. He had 60 satellite yeshivas in villages, in small towns, and this and that, to correspond to every one of his stores. Okay? So the Alter of the Vardik, things were very bad in Lithuania, Russia. People were poor. They couldn't afford fuel for the Beis Medrash in the winter, bread for the boys, for the students. So he decided he's coming to America to raise money. And he heard that one of his students who learned by him came to America and became very wealthy. His name was Moshe Schwartz. That was his name, Moshe Schwartz. So he decides he gets on the boat. He has no choice, even though they had a professional fundraiser. And he gets off the boat. He knows he lives in the uptown in a brownstone. That's all he knows. He has no idea where he lives, but the areas. He thinks, how would he know which is his house? He'll go from brownstone to brownstone. In the house that has a mezuzah, he'll knock on the door. Okay? How many wealthy Jews are? There aren't that many wealthy. He's a wealthy Jew. So he goes to this wealthy area. He finds a mezuzah. It's a good chance that maybe Moshe Schwartz's home. Knocks on the door. They open the door. They slam the door in his face. Finally comes to a certain house. And he sees a mezuzah, he opens the door, an Irish housekeeper or maid comes, dressed in a white uniform, starch uniform, and he has a sense, this is it. This is the house, for some reason. So she sees this rabbi, and as he wants to say, she slams the door. She slams the door, he puts his foot in the door, doesn't let the door close. So she starts screaming with her Irish accent, Master Morris, Master Morris, in Moshe. He comes, it was a duplex, two-story. He sees his Talmud up there, shaven, no payas, no beard, no hat. And he sees his Rebbe, comes down, says, Rebbe, what are you doing here? Comes down, for 2 hours, he laces into him, gives him musar, until finally he agrees to be a Shomer Shabbos, not to cut his sideburns, to eat kosher. He's going to be a good Jew. He says, Rebbe, so why did you come? He says, I'll tell you, we don't have what to eat. We can't fuel the Beis Medrash. Writes him a $25,000 check. Okay? Goes back. They're amazed. The fundraiser is amazed. I mean, he has no experience in fundraising, and he was a phenomenal success. He's a professional fundraiser. Next year, when he comes, he'll do minimally what the Rebbe did, what the Rosh Yeshiva did. Next year he comes, gets an $18 check. After speaking to him for 2 hours, he says, tell me, where did I go wrong? Where did I go wrong? The Rebbe, without any experience in fundraising, he ran him with $25,000. Me, $18. He says, I'll tell you the difference between you and the Rebbe. It has to do with the Maharal. He says, the Rebbe comes to me, he says, you're nothing, your life is worthless, your accomplishments are worthless unless you're a Jew. So therefore, if that's the case, we're going to make a $25,000 check. You sit and tell me how successful I am, and the value of my money, and what it means, and you're a self-made man. So you tell me, what is my value? My money. So you want me to give it away, and I should have no value. I'm holding it. I'm not giving it up. That's where you got an $18 check. You understand? Ashirim, what don't they want to let go of? The money. Because if they have less money, they're less. Because what gives them the value? Their wealth. Wealth is power. The moment you have less wealth, you have less power. You don't give it up so quickly. Whether it's delaying payment to an employee, whether it's not paying an employee, whatever it is, but that's the way it manifests itself. To be continued.
Looking for the house, and she said, where's the Schwartz?
They're all of them. Barbanel. Barbanel was the finance minister of in Spain. Besides the Secretary of State, so many things.